Hello friends! Welcome to my very first color and chat. So this is not what I'm working on. A little story. First of all, hi, my name is Kathy. You're at Spicey Cat Colors. I have no idea how long this will go. I do know my phone, it doesn't cut off. I just film on my phone, but it'll stop and start at 22 minutes and 40 seconds. So I'm not going to see that. So if there's a hiccup, providing I go longer than that, pretty sure I will, just so you're aware. So what I'm actually going to color in today is, and I'm already kind of zoomed you in, but it's the Mystery Colors Jungle Animals, which is on my 10 to finish in 2021. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do this mystery page together. And I was getting all set up. And if you are new to my channel, I have a lot of cats. I have a long-haired tabby named Gabby, who usually will take over. So as I set up and had this laid out, she decided to lay right there to take a nap. So being a good cat mom, I sat here and scratched her, and then I pulled this out from back over there and reached my hand in and grabbed 5 markers, which 2 purples, a brown, a blue, and a black, and decided to do this stained glass page. So that's how far I got before she left. So I'm going to keep this nearby. So, whoa, that was the light. My camera is actually above my eyesight, so let me take one more look. I don't know, maybe we'll just, I don't know what this is yet, but let's just turn it this way. And I think, providing I don't move it much, we're right in frame. I have no idea what this is. I did not look. So, color and chat. I have nothing written down. I am just going to ramble and tell you a little about myself. So, first up, so you know what we're coloring in, here is my, I have 2 of these. I just keep them on my space. And usually they have just whatever random markers I'm trying to use up. Well, these books come with a color code. Now, I can tell you this book has used a lot of green and brown. It has 20 colors. Oh, let me explain this. So I have 3 of these that are all on my 10 to finish. And I bought them at the same time, and they're all from Centennial Activity. And some have 24 colors, some have 20. Does one have 22? Anyway, so what I did, it's pretty much the same color palette. So I took my Crayola Super Tips, and I gave each book a sticker. And then I matched the corresponding color from the full color palette. And then I wrote on my super tips. So in this green book, 21 is this blue. This one's not used in here. This is number 9. So that's my little coding system. So I've picked out the colors I need because there's not very many for this picture. But as I just said, this book has a lot of green and brown. Now one of many things, but one thing to tell you, I am a rule breaker. Not on purpose, I just am. And I think in coloring and in life, if it's not going to hurt anybody, do what brings you joy. So I said, I'm not going to do browns and greens. So instead, I picked 3 pinky purples for the greens and 3 red and orange for the browns. And then I did stay and keep my black, yellow, and a blue. So I have no idea how this is going to turn out, but we're going to have fun as we do it. So markers are here. The trickiest part is to remember which is, obviously light, medium, dark, and then just follow that. So most likely this is my main dude, but let's start up here because why not? Furthest corner. Oh, cats just went running. And 5, 6, 7. So we have 5, 6, 7. 6 and 5 we're going to use. So my, oh look, this has a 5 on it. And a 6. Oh, but the 7's supposed to be the darkest. Okay. Never mind. What did I just say? This is 6. So, let me tell you about myself. My name is Kathy. I live in rural southern Minnesota. I have been here, oh gosh, I don't even remember. No, 2002 or 2003, I moved to St. Paul area from North Dakota is where I actually grew up. And after I moved to the big city, I'd always wanted to live in the big city. I used to tell my mom that I was actually born in a very large city. And then as soon as I was born, my family moved back to North Dakota. So I'm like, I was a city girl at birth and spent my whole life trying to get back to that. So I did, and within 3 years, I was back in rural land because I met my husband. Now he's my husband, and he lived in a more rural area. And at the time, it made the most sense for me to get a different job. So I moved back out into the land of ruralness. The beauty is we are only about an hour's drive to the metro. So if I ever need a fix, I can just drive and get to a large city. Some of these are really small. I'm going to try and not put my head in the frame, but so yeah, we live in our house with 7 indoor cats. Yes, 7. We're both like huge suckers, I guess, softies, whatever you want to call it. And at the most we had 9 cats. We started out like 4 months before our wedding adopting 2. They are still alive. They will be 16 in April, my 2 girls. Last year I joked if it weren't for COVID, I was going to have a quinceañera for them. Those of you familiar with Mexican culture know what a quince is. But you know, it was COVID. My in-laws thought it was hilarious. And they would have probably done something. But, so yeah, we have currently 7. And they are, so the oldest girls are going to be 16. And then baby Huey, he will be a year old in mid-April. So, and then they're everywhere in between. There's actually just the 3 seniors, and the other 4 are the littles. Gabby frequently appears in my videos because she is a diva. And the area I'm filming, I just have a table set up in our living room. So it's not like a real desk. It's just a small card table. And she likes to claim it as her own. And especially if I have the light on, I think she thinks it's like she's a movie star and needs to be, you know, find her best light. So I'm sure we'll get interrupted by her, which is fine. We don't mind. Oops, I forgot to doing this right. This was 6. So yeah, the problem when you do colors that are not a match, you gotta keep track. Oh, this one is actually kind of a brown, so maybe I'm not going to be such a daredevil. And I don't know, for those of you that do color by numbers, which I love color by numbers, do you like just sometimes wonder who came up with that color palette? Some of them, I mean, this is where I started breaking the rules, because I was like, I mean, I'm not a traditionalist by any means, but sometimes it's like, whoa, those are really weird. So I am drinking coffee over here. So yeah, sometimes I just am like, okay, well, we're gonna do this a little bit different. And it works out or it doesn't work out. I don't think I just said this because I just filmed it, so that's why I'm gonna feel like I just said it. I just finally got around to doing my 10 to complete video, and I was talking about buddy colors, which I'm new to YouTube ColorTube. I will be jumping around. I should have probably written some notes. I have another YouTube channel that I've had 5 or 6 years. I am not a big professional YouTuber by any means. It is a hobby I enjoy, and I have made some amazing friends. So on my other channel, which is called Spicy Cat Jams, I've done a lot of different things. My channel's changed. I used to do a lot of hauls. I like shopping at Dollar Tree, bargains, crafty stuff. I've done a lot of subscription boxes in the past. I still do them somewhat, but not as often. Now it seems the channel primarily is either just me talking. So I do what's called Minivan Monday, where I sit in my minivan and down by the lake when the weather permits and film. Just it's basically like a color and chat, but you're just looking at me talk. And I always tell people, please be doing something else and not just looking at me. And I enjoy those. And then one of my very best friends, her name is Kim, and for some reason we fell into food tastings. So we do a bunch of different food tastings. My husband, oh, his name is Eddie, by the way. He will, I don't know if he'll ever show up on this channel, but he has shown up on the other one. We currently do a subscription box together from The Office, the TV show. And a lot of times he'll find the things. He was a over-the-road truck driver for the past 10 years. And I joked with everybody all the time that we had the perfect marriage. Number one, we had separate bathrooms. And number two, he was gone at least 5 or 6 days of the week. So that sounds terrible. But of course, because we live in a very modern technological society, we actually talked more when he was on the road than when he's at home. Because when he was at home, he would be wanting to unwind and just sit and stare at the TV. And when he was on the road, we'd actually talk. So that changed back in October. He got tired of working on the road, and I can't blame him. Anybody that's had to drive on a freeway, any road, knows not all drivers are paying attention, courteous, insert your own terrible, close accident story. And as a semi-truck driver, and granted, not all semi-truck drivers are good drivers either, but it was just getting too stressful. So he found a job. Okay, so yeah, I'm totally going to jump around some more. Okay, so I work, so that's my husband. He changed jobs in October, or end of October. So I have worked for the same company. It'll be 15 years in February. And this company is in the town where we live. And I have worked in different roles. I am currently in the transportation, I guess, distribution department. Basically, we manufacture a food product, and I work in the office where like the truck drivers, semi-drivers, come to pick up their loaded trailers or to get their trailers loaded. And then I work with a team of about 20 people on my shift, where they're actually the ones driving forklifts loading the trucks. So I'm the girl in the office. There's usually 2 or 3 of us in the office that interacts with the actual truck drivers, gets them their paperwork, schmoozes, listens to all their stories, gets the occasional phone number slid under the window to her. And yeah, it's working 12-hour shifts, and I work overnights. I love my job hours. I actually enjoy most things about my job too, but I'm going to try not to turn this into a gripe and chat. But I have never been a morning person. I don't know if I'm part vampire, what it was. Maybe it was being born, in the hustle and bustle of a big city. But I am the girl that, my mom was a morning person, and it would take her like 5 tries to get me out of bed and get ready to go get on the school bus, get up and go to church, any of those things. I've just naturally been a night owl. So this is the first time which I took this job. I think I've only been in it 2.5 years. Maybe I'm going on 3. I don't even remember anymore. But before then, I've always had traditional hours. If I was lucky, my bosses will let me start at 9, like do 9 to 6. And since I've switched to this night shift, I am in heaven. I'm actually filming this the middle of the night. Not quite sure what time it is, but it's my awake time. I try to, on my days off, keep the same schedule. We don't have children, which makes my life, a lot easier to do that. So it's just my schedule. I make my appointments to either be right after I get off work or before I go into work. On my days off, kind of the same thing. I schedule it to fit what I need. And then I try and stay awake all night long. Again, when my husband was on the road, this worked fine. He might be driving middle of the night somewhere, anything. Again, it's just me and the cats. They personally don't care when I sleep or when I don't. Ooh, okay, sorry. I was concentrating. Maybe I picked colors that are too similar. They're not really showing. I guess, I don't know. I'll see when I watch this how they're showing on the screen. But all of this is supposed to be brown, FYI. But this was me breaking the rules. So, yeah, so I'm a night owl. And I do very much enjoy my job. So my husband wanted, we're kind of in the same industry. He was the truck driver. I'm on the office side of things. And we had an opening at my job. So we had always talked before, oh, well, would you ever want to do what I do? Work in the shipping office. And he kind of thought, oh yeah, I could do that. So I had an opening. Well, they had an opening. I'm not management or anything. And I'm like, sure, apply for it. To be honest, I did not think he had a chance at all in getting it. Yes, he's a truck driver, but he hasn't worked like in an office setting forever. Not that he's not smart and can figure stuff out, but yeah. Well, lo and behold, he got the job. And in fact, the person who hired him Another friend of ours like highly recommended Eddie, and as he applied, and my boss did not even know that was my spouse until somebody else put it together for him, but he got the job. So I'm wondering, I think this is something I wouldn't have as a pet. Oh, these books also have, over here, they have like a fun fact that might give you a clue about the animal. Oh, and it says some of these lizards. Okay, so we got a lizard. It's going to be a pinky purple lizard when I'm done. So yeah, he got the job. So he started that first week in November, and not only did he get the job, he was hired to work. Well, once he's completely trained, which seriously takes a very long time, he will be working 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. Monday through Friday. I work, like I said, the 6 to 6, but it's like a rotating work 3, off 2, work 2, off 3. It's like every 2 weeks I have the same, it repeats. So I work every other weekend. So it starts out, they put him to train with me on my shift, and I had to try and train him. Now, I love my husband, and I am just as guilty. How many of us with a spouse or partner listen to that person in your day-to-day, home life? Well, let's switch that up to a work environment and now try to get them to listen to you. And it's all like, okay, I'm trying to teach you this and telling you have to do it for a reason. It's not just because you think I'm anal, which I am about a lot of things. So it was a tough 2 months. I basically got him all trained in at the front desk where we deal with the truck drivers primarily. I mean, there's a lot more to it than just truck drivers, but there's 3 desks actually in there. This is probably so boring. What am I like rambling on? But I'm rambling. So we deal with outside facilities. Our company is, I'm not going to reveal the name, but we are like part of a very huge national company. And just our little portion we have facilities throughout the United States. And my office and myself often have to, assist them. We have a facility in Maine and Illinois and South Dakota and Nebraska, and places that when they have problems, they call me in the middle of the night and I have to help them. So that's kind of the thing. So we are now in month 3 of Eddie's new job. And tonight I am home alone. I was supposed to actually have a medical procedure today, nothing major. And it got canceled. I think I'm going to have an info about that on my other channel. But, so I had planned to take tonight off, knowing I wouldn't have much sleep. And even though it got canceled, I'm like, well, I already approved, the vacation time's already in. So I kept it off. I'm like, forget this. I'm taking a night off. And I can actually film. Because oops, wrong one. When you are with your significant other 24/7 and at work with them, it's very difficult to have some alone time to film video where they're not in the background, either like snoring or trying to watch TV. So I thought I'm going to try my first color and chat and we'll see how it goes, and maybe I can do some more. I hope to do another video soon. I don't know how these are gonna get posted, kind of like with my goals and plans for this channel for the year. And one of those goals is to do, I think, 2 color and chats a month, which should be totally doable for me. I certainly color enough, but it's just the logistics. Okay, need a drink of some more coffee. So, yeah, we shall see. Looking to see, oh, I think the 20 is just up here. Don't have to worry about that. Or maybe, where's the 12? Let's get these yellows out of the way. I'm guessing if this is a lizard, maybe on the face somewhere. Oh, do you think there's just like this one little spot for the eye? Maybe. I don't see any. Oh, there's some more down here. Yeah, hope to do more of these. I totally get it. At first, before I was, actively watching color tube channels, I wasn't sure, because I'm like, who wants to just watch me color if I'm not doing a tutorial? Well, duh, what we do while we listen to the person color and chatting, I kind of look at what you're coloring, but mostly I'm just listening and I'm doing my own coloring. So these are awesome. So it's kind of like, oh, people sit and listen to me yammer in my minivan. This is about the same. It's mostly just someone to keep you company while you're doing what you need to do. So that's what we're doing here. What else? Yeah, so my husband's gone tonight, which is awesome. So I'm not going to do a lot chitter chatter about 2020. We are, I think, as a whole, so excited to be in a new year. And I am definitely. So my job is one I am very grateful. Now, like any place, we all have issues usually with something about our jobs, our life, whatever. That's no different. But I understand and realize how fortunate I am that through this whole pandemic, I have not missed any work. My company, we did have to shut down one of our smallest facilities, but we were able to absorb that entire workforce into the other facilities, so nobody had to lose their job. I've actually been working more because this will be my, little bit of a gripe. I have employees, and again, if you've ever worked somewhere or you just know people in your life, they will always find a way to work the system and if they put the amount of effort into actually doing what needs to be done that they put into trying to avoid it, life would be so much easier. So sadly, there are several people in my company, in my specific department, that quickly learned how to take advantage of the pandemic, which they need to be like, I don't know, something. Because, when this first rolled out, we were all very scared. And my company made the broad statement that if you need to miss work due to the issues, you will not lose your job. You will get paid your full paycheck. And let's just say people, not many, just enough, heard that part and ran with it. So I think, in addition to all the essential workers needing this current vaccination to keep themselves safe, if you had to miss work due to quarantine, yet never tested positive 5 times or more in the past year, you should be there getting that vaccination. And yes, there are people that have missed months of work. Yet they've been seen out in the community not socially distancing, not wearing masks, all of those things. So, okay. Again, wasn't going to get on rants or complaints. So I have been working. And it's been a blessing. Same with my husband. As a truck driver, he was essential. And, you know, business is certainly different than it was. Especially, you know, I said I work for a food manufacturing company. You know, and half of your customers are closed. It makes a big difference on the amount of work that is done. So, but we have still been working. I've always been coloring, and probably though during the pandemic is when I really started finding other, you know, like people that have this hobby, and discovered ColorTube. I'm like, where the heck has this been my whole life? So now I am totally down on it. And since I already had a YouTube channel, it was not scary at all to start up this channel. I did quickly realize that most of the people who watch coloring channels just want to see coloring. You don't necessarily want to see my vlog or, I don't know, anything other. Every now and then I just think it's fun. I love when people do a variety of stuff, which is why I decided to start this channel instead of just keep it on my original channel. Because I didn't know, although a bunch of you that are watching right now are what I call my seasoned friends, because you're at Spicy Land. FYI, my last name is Spicer, hence the reason for Spicy. And my first name is Kathy with a C, and I'm a cat lady, so Spicy Cat. So several of my seasoned friends followed me over here, which I love you guys, you know that. And now I've met a whole bunch of new people just from the coloring community. So I will probably every now and then something more personal life may crop over on here, but for the most part, it's all going to be coloring related. I'm hoping to do, so my friend that I do videos with on my other channel, Kim, she's my sidekick, as she calls herself. We are very good friends, and she also loves to color. And seriously, I did not know that about her until this past year. She got back from a vacation, and I was over at her house, and she had some of her stuff still out. And one was a Kirby book, a coloring book. And I'm like, what? This is yours? You color? And she's like, yeah, I had it on vacation with me. So now that it's like you can be such good friends with someone and then they're still part of their life you don't know about. Isn't that hilarious? And we do like crafting and stuff together all the time. And somehow never talked about coloring. We like to do card making. We've done Dollar Tree, you know, crafts and things like that. So we, for a while, before December, pre-December, we were taking one Saturday a month on my weekends off and getting together and just coloring all day. So we did several buddy colors. I think I posted a couple of them on my Instagram. I am terrible about posting on Instagram. That's another goal of mine for the year, to improve that. And of course, if we did buddy colors, I showed them in my completed pages. So she may at some point pop into this channel as well. We shall see. Again, I have no idea how far we are. Getting this background down pretty good. I like when they have this limited palette because it's not so difficult to go. It's like, okay, the background, and again, one of these backgrounds, you could really color these whatever. I'm guessing. I don't even know. First I thought this could be a tree, but it's like goes way up there. So maybe this is just background. I don't know. That's why it's a mystery. But yeah, I like having these few colors. So what else can I tell you about me that's interesting? or not. Oops, did I? Oh, no. I'm already running out. I probably totally... No, I think I didn't move the book. I should still be in frame. I can't believe I haven't had a cat jump up to help us. Again, probably just blew that, but we all know they will come. I'm pretty much new to the buddy color stuff. I have a tough time, and I've done a few buddy colors. I would love to do more. Here's the thing. If you want a buddy color with me, please, you can comment here, and then we can... Oh, I see somebody coming. This might be... Oh, the book was blocking her way. Bet you she's going to come the other direction. Because of this work schedule I have, I'm probably going to be slow. Like, I just finished one, and seriously, it took me 2 weeks to get mine done. Yes, Gabby, I know. Are you going to come up and say hello to everybody? Because, yes, you are. And here is Princess Gabby, who likes to chew and destroy the coloring books. Don't you? Am I blocking your light? And this is the other reason it will take me forever to do buddy colors, because of my assistant here. Oh, do you have a mat? Do we need to brush you? She had a big mat under her chin here that I had to cut out. Winter fur, nice and warm, but this is what happens. Okay, let's brush you while we're talking. This isn't the best brush, but half of it, I just like her to be used to it. So when she does have a mat, she'll let me get it out without having a fit. So yeah, between work, a husband makes it difficult to film, and my cat helpers, even if I'm not trying to film and I'm just trying to sit and color, there's usually 1 or 3 of the 7 on my lap demanding attention. Yes, you are. But you're so stinking cute. She didn't even leave me enough room to bring my stained glass back out. Well, this could be the sign that I've rattled long enough. So maybe I will... She's got a mat right here. Why don't I just say goodbye for now, friends, and I will get this one posted, and then I will save this page, and since I said I want to do color and chats twice a month, maybe I will finish this page in my next color and chat. I think that could be a good plan. What do you think, Gabby? She's like, I'm not going to move. And anyone that has pets, especially cats, oh look, you can see there's the spot. I had to cut part of that mat out. Should probably take her to a groomer. She'd be so vain. She'd either love it or she'd hate it. And when she hates something, that means she's going to pee on whatever she can find. That's my husband's or my clothes. She has an attitude issue. We have discussed it with the vet. It has been ruled out. She has nothing medical wrong with her. She's just sassy. Oh, maybe I can do a little bit of coloring, but now I don't know what those colors are. Sometimes she'll leave part of the page open for me, but I don't know that she did this time. What colors are those? Oh, they're there. I could maybe start on some purples while we keep talking. We're gonna try. So I was about to say goodbye, and it may still not really work out, so we'll see how this goes. Maybe the purples and the reds are just not a good combo. Oh, so yeah, so I'm a rule breaker, and I'm a color embracer of any kind. I consider myself, you know, I'm a broken crayon. Just because I'm broken doesn't mean I can't do beautiful things. And I think all the colors are beautiful. And some kind of make you go, ooh, like, you know, when you eat a sour pickle. But sometimes you can be surprised. This, not so sure it's going to be a good surprise, but it's paper and ink, and sometimes the best creations come out of taking a risk and going for it. And what's the worst thing that could happen? It looks like crap. Hey, guess what? I turned the page. I got a bunch of pages to color. It's one page. Granted, there are pages I spend more time on. I really want to push myself this year and learn more about, I admit I am a go-to alcohol marker person. I used alcohol markers for years now in my card making and crafting, and I'm most comfortable with those. Pencils, ugh, EBGBs. Don't know how to do pencils at all, but I'm going to push myself. It's one of my goals this year. But yeah, it's like sometimes I just like, I'm just going to try this. Or like the first time I blacked out a background, I almost like threw up. I was so nervous. I'm like, had spent so much time on the page and loved my page, but it's like it needed something in the background and I didn't know what to do. And because I've seen such amazing work here, I'm like, I'm going to block it out. It's going to work or it's not. And it worked. And it's like, oh, I'm so glad I took that risk. Because if not, I would have just looked at that page and thought, well, I really like it, but I don't love it. I've had pages that I thought I knew what I was doing. Seriously, I need to watch some good Galaxy background tutorials because I winged it and it was bad. But in life, oh, are you going to leave? Or no, you're going to turn and cover up what I was just coloring. In life and in coloring, sometimes the best things come out of the mistakes, and I didn't give up and I pushed on and I saved that page, which made me very happy. So Gabby has decided she either is going to take the markers to try and color. Is that what you want to do? And chew them. At least she's not chewing the page. So I think what I started saying is the best plan. Let's sign off this video for now. This color and chat, we're just going to call it part 1, and I will save the rest of this page because I am very curious to see how my color choices turn out. They're not going to be green and brown. That's for sure. But I kept running out of those colors because I've done so many in here, and it's like I need new greens and browns, so we're going to just try new ones. Okay, Gabby, say goodbye. Tell the friends thank you for watching. If you're new, if you think you like me, subscribe, like the video, comment. I love your comments. I totally stole Danny Button's outline. Like, if you make it to the end, she has a word. I usually do an emoji. What do we got for emojis? There's a lizard emoji, right? Put a lizard. Give me a lizard emoji, and I'll know you were here. I will respond to your comments too. That's one thing I have always done. Since I've done a YouTube channel, I respond to everybody's comments. It sometimes takes me weeks, but I will get back to you. So, okay, friends. Gabby and I are going to let you go. Thank you again for stopping. Sorry that this was so discombobulated. Like I said, it was my first color and chat. I need to get more organized, and I need a room with a door to color in. But until then, we get to be blessed with Gabby, and I get to be blessed with your presence. So thank you, my friends. Remind yourself how important and beautiful you are, because you matter. You make this world better. You made my day better just by being here today. And, yeah, Gabby says the same thing. She knows you matter because you keep her mama sane. Bye, friends.